Fish on the grill. Something pretty hard to resist, I must say. Especially when it comes straight from the ocean and it's cooked by a crew of fishermen who really know how to improvise a party. But the bulk of their catches is to be found somewhere else. In one of the many canneries now present along the north coast of PNG, part of a multi-million-dollar industry that has attracted a string of fishing companies from all over Asia. As long as they process their catches on shore, they can access duty and quota-free the European market of 500 million consumers. An agreement that is not pleasing everybody on the other side of the ocean.
Papúa se convierte así en una gran plataforma de transformación y exportación de atún proveniente de los grandes competidores de la industria europea, es decir, Filipinas, Tailandia, China, Estados Unidos. Realmente ellos son los grandes beneficiarios del acuerdo. Se estima que la producción de atún se elevará finalmente a 400.000 toneladas al año, dirigidas al mercado europeo que consume actualmente un total de unas 710.000. El impacto será muy grave, ya que los precios del atún procedente de Papúa son un tercio más baratos que los europeos por los bajos salarios y los inexistentes estándares medioambientales.
When I was coming to Papua New Guinea in 2011, we had just signed it between the European Union and Papua New Guinea was the first ACP country altogether to ratify an economic partnership agreement. It's quite a strong linkage between Papua New Guinea and the European Union now, which is supposed to have economic benefits and also deepening our relations. But then the problem is, of course, the fish that is caught and processed. Is it in compliance with all the rules and regulations? Is it in compliance with a sustainable policy? The issue is that the youngsters of today living in Papua New Guinea, the kids of today's generation, they still want to see fish in the water also tomorrow for their own benefit.
It is necessary to appreciate that fishery resources are renewable under conditions. So the European Union, because of it is a big market, has the possibility to control to this extent the imports of whatever products in Europe, not only fisheries, are produced in a way that is sustainable. Therefore, we have the possibility to sanction eventually states which do not really abide by international standards in terms of catchments, in terms of reporting, in terms of controlling, in terms of regulating.
Today the Commission sends a stern warning to big fishing nations. We are talking about Philippines and Papua New Guinea, a yellow card. Our thorough analysis highlights that they are not acting sufficiently to fight illegal fishing.
Controlling illegal fishing activities is an expensive and complex exercise. But after an initial warning, the PNG government invested in human and capital resources to improve the traceability of the catch. Not an easy task, as explained by John Casu, the managing director of the National Fishing Authorities in Port Moresby.
So when that happened, we looked at all these areas, the various areas of reform. Initially, it starts with the observers. For every vessel that is fishing within the Western Central Pacific Ocean, at least one observer is present on the fishing boats. So they are the very start of the traceability. They record all the catches that do come on the vessels, which hull it goes into. They keep a track of that, and this information is then recorded on real time and then passed back to NFA. So we've got a command center that records all this information that is coming in.
But the job can be risky and far from providing all the answers. As Paul Barker, head of a local think tank, explains,
a Papua New Guinean inspector on board, it's a challenging and it's a dangerous job, because clearly if you're reporting, you're on the high seas, you're the only person speaking English, and you are starting to report that there are abuses happening, that they're not reporting their catch properly, they're catching illegal species. If you are reporting, you can be accidentally falling overboard, and there have been a number of cases of Papua New Guinean fisheries inspectors disappearing. It is a challenge. They need to be given all the technology that is available to communicate, to be able to press warning alarms, preferably, have a second inspector on board, because you can't both fall over accidentally at the same time.
Certainly there is no 100% compliance, but in a global world it's necessary that we act globally. It is necessary that we work with all partners to make sure that there is room and production and resources for the future generations.
PNG has really seized that opportunity and strengthened a lot of its regulations and legislation. When I left, in fact, the yellow flag had just been lifted or was about to be lifted. So Papua New Guinea's access to EU markets was no longer under any threat from unreported illegal or unrecorded fisheries.
We were given duty-free market access to the European Union. So many of our industries were started that create thousands and thousands of jobs, mainly for women and our young girls. And we are extremely grateful that the European Union has given us preferential market access that no other region or country in the world has given us. It's not about one-way trade. Please, I want to stress that point. We want more European investment in Papua New Guinea.
Canneries have created thousands of jobs in this country. But the preferential trade agreement signed with the European Union was meant for all PNG products, not only fisheries, including, of course, agriculture and forestry, two sectors that could provide plenty of new opportunities into the future, especially if exploited in a sustainable manner.
Si può fare, si può prendere o lasciare, si può fare, puoi correre e volare, puoi cantare, puoi gridare, puoi vendere e comprare, puoi rubare e regalare, puoi piangere e ballare, si può fare, puoi prendere o lasciare, puoi volere, puoi lottare, fermarti e rinunciare, si può fare, puoi prendere o lasciare, si può crescere e cambiare, continuare a navigare. Si può fare, si può prendere o lasciare, si può fare, partire e ritornare, puoi tradire e conquistare, puoi dire e poi negare, puoi giocare, lavorare, odiare e poi amare, si può fare, puoi prendere o lasciare, puoi volere, puoi lottare, fermarti e rinunciare, si può fare, puoi prendere o lasciare, si può crescere e cambiare, continuare